Alright, hey, welcome back to Nature Yourself. This is Ross Ruffing here. Today, beautiful spring day. Hopefully we're going to get some rain. We could use it. Let's try to get out of this wind here. Today I really quick want to talk about this book, Managing Oneself by Peter Drucker. I'm just about finished with it and needed a little break, so wanted to talk to you real quick. There's a few things I want to go over in this, and this relates to some of the stuff we've been talking about for weeks now. But I think that this is helping me today, and I hope that it helps some of you in your work day, as well as your personal life, and how you conduct yourself in general, as well as how you engage with the natural world, of course. So the first thing I want to do is go through these, kind of these several principles. So the first one is, how do you perform? And basically, this breaks down into two different categories. Are you a reader or a listener? It's taken me too long to figure out that I'm actually more of a listener than a reader. I studied literature in college and definitely loved that. I love reading and I love literature, but I'm much more of a listener. I'm much more of an audio person, and I love to talk, and I like writing, but I'm much better at talking, so I end up talking into my computer quite a bit. If you have the new Mac computers, you might know the dictation software is pretty good, so that's how I write most of the time, and that's what spurred me to start this whole project. So let me know what you are. Are you a reader or a listener? Like, what would you prefer to do if you were given a choice? Oftentimes you're not. And then how that goes along with kind of how do you learn? How you learn is an important part of how you perform, because if you can't take away anything from situations that you're in, or you can't learn anything from things, then you're gonna have a really hard time moving forward in your career, in your in your personal life, in your relationships, reaching that health, wealth, love, and happiness thing. And I hope that this platform for you guys out there is helping you guys learn a few things just about self-improvement. And I'll be the first to tell you I don't have all the answers, but we're working through this together, and we're gonna keep going, and we're gonna find out some things about ourselves and about each other, and hopefully all be successful as a group. I don't think that success is mutually exclusive. I think it's rather inclusive. The more people you're around that are successful, the more successful you'll be. The more people you surround yourself, if you're successful, the more successful they'll be. And then all of a sudden you're bringing this reciprocal success to each other. And something I would recommend doing, that I just started doing by recommendation of my good friend Raj, is to do some mastermind groups, or book clubs, you might want to call them. But you get kind of 2 or 3 people. If you want to do more, that's fine. I'd say start with 3 people, because what Raj said is, he said that if you have 3 people, everybody's likely to engage. If you have 4, one person's generally going to sit in the background. If you have 2, it could turn into just one person talking, or it just could turn into a catch-up session between 2 good friends, and that's great, but that's not the point. So find a book, find a few people, jump on video chat once or twice a week, and power through some learning. It's important. So we'll just kind of work through this here. What are your values? Oh man, that's a big one. When you think about everything in life, if you are concerned that a situation is detracting from what you value, get out of there. Because every single situation like that is going to break down you as a person, like who you are. And your values is really important in that, and it really defines who you are as a person. And don't let other people break down those values. And likewise, if you're doing a project, I've been doing this project for a few weeks now, and I'm sure there's people out there, goofing about me and saying, oh, Ross, he's doing his thing, whatever. And that's fine. Some people are doing that in a genuinely nice way. Others are probably doing it in a bit of a malicious or negative way, and that's fine. There's always going to be naysayers. I value this for myself, and I hope that it's bringing value to your life. And so I'm going to keep doing it because it plays into what I value. So stick-to-itness. Where do I belong? That's another one that kind of goes along with what you value. If you feel like you don't belong in a situation that you're in, then you got to get out of there because it's going to detract from your values. You're probably not performing all that well or bringing that much value to a situation that you don't belong in. And that can mean timing as much as anything. I had a job where I worked for a while, and for a long time I felt like I really belonged there. And then all of a sudden I woke up one day and I said, this isn't really for me anymore. It's not the people. I love the people. It's what I was doing that wasn't really adding to my own personal development. It wasn't adding to my end goals, and it wasn't playing into what I valued in my work life. And you got to know when you belong and when you don't. It can be a tough decision to make, though. And then finally, we'll just stop here today. What should I contribute? What should you contribute? What should I contribute? What should we contribute to this world? I know you've heard me talk about it before. I'm very interested in preserving these natural spaces out here and protecting the wild so that future generations can enjoy these places. And not only for that, but I think it's a necessity for humanity to protect and preserve some wild spaces. A lot of wild spaces. Access for everybody in the world, because it's important to human nature, it's important to the biodiversity of different ecosystems in different regions, and without those ecosystems, we don't know what will happen. Some species might increase in population, and some might decrease, and some might negatively affect everything. Now we're dealing with these stink bugs that are everywhere, and they're starting to impact our food sources in local areas. And more than that, they're everywhere. They're like taking over my house, and they stink. So, anyway, what should you contribute? I certainly need to contribute more to that cause. And, sometimes it can be difficult because I'm working on this and working on that and working on this project and, all these different things that pull you away from actually getting outside and going and contributing in a tangible way every single day. And I'm writing articles that are helping get that message out there. I think this project is very much helping spread that message of mine. But I would like to contribute, and I'm going to make a commitment right here, right now, to get out there, go clean up some areas that I've used and that I care about. One in particular that I keep thinking about is the Ravenna River down here in Charlottesville. My buddy Chuck and I get out there, a fair amount. Not as much now that I have a baby, but still, there's time. I'm going to get out there with him soon and just do some cleanup just ourselves and just get after it and really contribute what I want to see in the world. And hopefully that will inspire others to do the same. So thanks for listening in. Feel free to answer those questions in the comments here. I transferred my blog over to rossruffing.com, so check that out. Subscribe to my YouTube channel if you've been following this stuff and you feel like